This is the man who created a team all of Europe feared. He won the sextuple in his very first season. Not only that, but he discovered the greatest player of all time, Messi. This is the story of Pep Guardiola's life at the great Catalan club. Josep Guardiola Sala, now known as Pep Guardiola, was born on January 18, 1971, in Santpedor, a small town in Spain. His father, Valentí Guardiola, was a metalworker, while his mother, Dolor Sala, was a homemaker. From a very young age, Pep showed a deep passion for football. It wasn't long before he caught the attention of Barcelona scouts. At just 13 years old, Pep was invited to join La Masia, Barcelona's famous academy. There, he immediately impressed with his intelligence, vision, and understanding of the game. By the age of 20, Pep made his first team debut for Barcelona, showing glimpses of the brilliance that would define his career. Just 2 years later, he came under the guidance of the legendary Johan Cruyff, a moment that would shape everything. Many consider this period the beginning of Barcelona's golden era. Under Cruyff, Pep became the heart of the team, winning 4 La Liga titles and, most importantly, helping Barcelona secure the first UEFA Champions League in the club's history. After leaving Barcelona, Pep played for several other teams, but he never reached the same level of success he had at the club where it all began. In 2006, Pep Guardiola decided to retire from professional football, closing one chapter and unknowingly preparing for another that would change the game forever. Barcelona's B team was on the verge of falling. They needed a new manager, and that's the moment when Pep Guardiola started his coaching career. He quickly made a huge impact, completely transforming the team. What once looked like a side heading downward was now playing with identity and confidence, as Pep led them to promotion to the next division. At the same time, Barcelona's first team was struggling. They had gone 2 full seasons without winning a single trophy, and the pressure on the club was growing. Seeing Pep's success with the B team, the club made a bold decision. They promoted him to manage the first team, hoping he could end the trophy drought. Despite the rough years Barcelona had faced, the team was still strong. All they needed was a mastermind like Pep Guardiola. He made bold decisions, selling superstars like Ronaldinho and Deco, while bringing in players like Dani Alves and Piqué, and promoting Busquets and Pedro from the youth academy. But Pep knew the most valuable player wasn't any of them. He knew that Lionel Messi was going to be a legend, so he built the team around him. Guardiola's Barcelona quickly became one of the deadliest teams in the world. They went on a 20-game winning streak in La Liga, and no one could stop them. They were only 4 points ahead of Real Madrid near the end of the season, so El Clásico became one of the most heated in history. But despite the pressure, Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid, winning 6-2 and officially securing their first La Liga title under Guardiola. But the story didn't end there. Shortly after, they played the Copa del Rey final against Athletic Bilbao. Bilbao didn't stand a chance against Pep's tactics, and Barcelona secured their second trophy of the season. Yet, greatness was still to come. In the Champions League, Barcelona faced Chelsea in the semi-finals. This match became one of the most controversial games ever, with many believing the referee made huge mistakes. Despite the chaos, Barcelona still qualified for the final. The final challenge was Manchester United, led by Sir Alex Ferguson and Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo. But Pep trusted his system, and Messi delivered. Messi scored in the final, alongside Samuel Eto'o, as Barcelona won their 3rd trophy of the season, completing a historic campaign. By the end of the season, Messi had scored 38 goals and provided 17 assists, earning him his first Ballon d'Or. After the great success of the previous season, Pep Guardiola still wasn't satisfied with the team. He sold Samuel Eto'o and brought in Zlatan Ibrahimovic. With the start of the new season, one of the greatest rivalries football has ever seen began: Pep Guardiola versus Jose Mourinho. Barcelona started the season by facing Athletic Bilbao in the Supercopa de España, winning 5-1 on aggregate. But there were still 2 more trophies needed to complete the historic sextuple. Shortly after, they played the UEFA Super Cup against Shakhtar Donetsk, where Barcelona won 1-0, bringing Pep one step closer to his goal. Barcelona continued their great performance under Pep, going 21 games unbeaten in La Liga, until they faced Atletico Madrid. Atletico managed to score 1 goal and defend for the entire match, costing Barcelona 3 points. Despite the unexpected loss, Barcelona continued their superstar performances. Then came the FIFA Club World Cup, where Barcelona secured the final trophy Pep needed, becoming the first manager in history to win the sextuple. But little did he know, his nightmare was coming. Barcelona returned to dominate La Liga until the Champions League arrived. They qualified easily for the quarter-finals, where they faced Lyon and defeated them convincingly. However, the semi-final was a completely different story. Pep came face-to-face with his rival Jose Mourinho, who was managing Inter Milan at the time. The first leg started with an early goal from Diego Milito, sending a message that Inter would not be an easy opponent. Barcelona tried to regain control, dominating possession with over 70%, but Thiago Motta scored a second goal, making things even more difficult. Then came the painful moment. Samuel Eto'o, the player Pep had just sold, scored the third goal, destroying Barcelona's hopes. By the end of the match, Pedro managed to score, making the first leg result 3-1. The second leg was no different. Barcelona struggled to break Inter's defense and only managed to score a single goal. And just like that, Pep's first battle against Mourinho did not go as planned. Barcelona were eliminated from the Champions League. However, despite the setback, Lionel Messi had an incredible season, scoring 47 goals and providing 11 assists, which led him to win his second Ballon d'Or. Pep Guardiola also won the World Club Coach of the Year, while Xavi was named the best playmaker. So, despite the disappointment in Europe, the season did not end in complete failure. As always, Pep Guardiola began the season by reshaping his squad. He sold Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Thierry Henry, and Yaya Touré, while bringing in David Villa, Javier Mascherano, and Adriano. This season had a different intensity. Jose Mourinho had been named coach of Real Madrid, adding even more drama to every encounter. Barcelona quickly returned to dominating La Liga, but injuries began piling up. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, and Puyol all faced setbacks, though none missed crucial matches. The first Clásico of the season was unforgettable. Barcelona crushed Real Madrid 5-0, showing no mercy. Yet fate had more El Clásicos in store. They would face Madrid 5 times this season. Barcelona continued their incredible run, going 31 games unbeaten in La Liga. They drew 1-1 against Real Madrid and later lost the Copa del Rey 1-0, where Mourinho brilliantly implemented a defensive system that neutralized Barcelona's lethal attackers. But the season's pinnacle was the Champions League semi-final, Pep versus Mourinho. In the first leg, Messi reached his peak brilliance, scoring 2 last-minute goals to secure a Barcelona victory. The second leg was equally dramatic, with packed stadiums witnessing a tactical battle between the two masterminds. The game ended 1-1, and Barcelona advanced on aggregate. In the final, Barcelona faced Manchester United once again, but this time without Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo. Barcelona completely controlled the game and secured Pep's second Champions League in just 3 seasons. Shortly after, Barcelona was crowned La Liga champions. Messi's extraordinary performance, 53 goals and 23 assists, earned him the Ballon d'Or that season. Yet, despite this historic triumph, the next season promised a new challenge. Mourinho had strengthened Real Madrid, and Barcelona's dominance would be tested like never before. This season, Pep Guardiola was determined to achieve greatness. He strengthened the squad by bringing in Cesc Fabregas, Alexis Sanchez, and Thiago Alcantara, while selling Bojan Krkic. This year marked the peak of the rivalry between Pep and Jose Mourinho, as both coaches were determined to prove they were the best. Barcelona started the season by playing the Supercopa de España against Real Madrid, a highly anticipated clash from the previous season. Pep showcased his legendary tiki-taka system, leading Barcelona to a 3-2 victory. Immediately after, the UEFA Super Cup came calling. Barcelona responded strongly, winning the trophy with little challenge. The FIFA Club World Cup followed, which proved to be light work for this legendary Barcelona side. Soon after came the Copa del Rey, where Barcelona faced Real Madrid once again and crushed them, allowing Pep to demonstrate his tactical dominance. The season was shaping up to be as extraordinary as the previous years, but Mourinho had other plans. He built a team that dominated La Liga, creating one of the fiercest battles in Spanish football. Barcelona then embarked on their quest for a 5th Champions League title, facing AC Milan, one of the best defensive teams of the era. The match was challenging, but Pep's Barcelona somehow managed to win. Next came Chelsea, seeking revenge for their defeat 2 years prior. Chelsea managed to overturn the tie, defeating Barcelona 3-2 on aggregate, ending Pep's Champions League run that season.